Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety.
Thank you, Mr. President. IRFS recognizes and applauds the measure taken by the Member States as a General Assembly's special session against corruption. The proactive engagement and contributions have significantly advanced the objectives outlined in the political declaration. Together, we are making strides towards building a world where corruption is not only condemned, but effectively prevented and combated. We also thank the Member States that outlined in their submissions the role of the media and the need for their protections, as well as institutional empowerment, such as a fully independent prosecutions office that, inter alia, has the mandate to introduce legislative initiatives. As an organization that is highly concerned by the freedom and safety of investigative journalists, we adhere to these statements and underline that it is essential to support the work of investigative journalist community, who usually become the first targeted in their anti-corruption investigations against the kleptocratic regimes. In this regard, it is crucial to increase and develop the institutional support for investigative journalists and media watchdog organizations, as well to provide additional security protocols and life insurance program to make sure their work can be continued in the safe environment. Sometimes even we need to support and increase exile-based activities. We also commend the discussions held on assets recovery and the role of financial institutions, and believe that in this regard the inclusion of the civil society and investigative journalists is crucial. It's not only symbolic, but is essential to the effective anti-corruption measure. Civil society organizations, armed with their advocacy capabilities, grassroots connections, and commitments to transparency, bring a unique perspective that complements the work of the governmental bodies and financial institutions. Their involvement ensures that the process is not limited to the realms of officialdom, but extends to the public, providing a sense of collective ownership in the fight against corruption. Likewise, investigative journalists, as a guardian of the public interest, their ability to find hidden truths and bring to the light instances of corruption is a powerful tool for fostering accountability. By including investigative journalists in discussion on assets recovery, we acknowledge the invaluable role they play in the exposing financial improprieties, catalyzing the legal actions and facilitating the return of stolen assets to their rightful owners. The collaborative engagement of the civil society and investigative journalists contributes to a more comprehensive and transparent approach to assets recovery. Their involvement not only strengthens the credibility of the process, but also acts as a safeguard against any undue influence or manipulation. Moreover, their participation fosters a culture of openness and inclusivity, which is a fundamental to building public trust in the integrity of assets recovery initiatives, empowering civil society and investigative journalists to prevent corruptions in multi-phased processes that require a combination of education, legal reforms, technological innovations, and collaborative efforts. We invite the Member States and the relevant stakeholders to reflect more on these topics and take more resolute actions in these regards, and further share their best practices during the working group on the prevention of corruption on public participation, including decision-making process and the role of non-governmental stakeholders, journalists and media. I thank you, Mr. President.